Welcome to WEFM's 3 p.m. News. I am your presenter, Jessica Klein. First, on the local scene. Police in the South Central Division, SCD, have launched an investigation into the circumstances surrounding the death of Oswald Burton, a 30-year-old man of Belair, which occurred on 25th December 2022. Acting on information received, the police went to the deceased's place of abode and met him lying motionless in the porch with what appeared to be gunshot and chop wounds about his body. The motive for the killing is unknown. Brereton's death marks the 31st homicide recorded for 2022. A post-mortem examination is expected to be carried out on the body to ascertain the exact cause of death. Persons with information that can assist with this investigation are encouraged to contact the police station or police officer you are most comfortable speaking with. All information received would be treated confidentially. Investigations into the matter are ongoing. New tax tables will come into effect as of January 1st, 2023 for CIT and PIT, says the Inland Revenue Department of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. In a release dated December 23rd, the department said that effective January 1st, 2023, the maximum tax rate for corporate income tax CIT and personal income tax PIT has been reduced from 30% to 28%. The department also said that the amount of the standard deduction has gone up from $20,000 to $22,000. As a result, the tax tables have been changed to take into account these two financial changes. Still on the local scene, as homicides in St. Vincent and the Grenadines continue to rise, Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves said that governments could be tough on crime on the causes of crime, but they do not have a magic bullet to halt criminal activities. On Boxing Day, December 26th, the Southern Caribbean island recorded its 42nd homicide with the killing of Michael Charles in the capital of Kingstown. The 42 homicides have shattered the island's 2016 record of 40. With the island population calling on the government to implement varying methods to curb the crime wave, Gonsalves said the fight is everyone's business. Gonsalves said, "The fight against crime is everybody's business. I am calling on families, parents, schools, and churches to all do their part to put a dent in the crime situation. A total society approach is needed to fight crime in SVG." Due to the unconstitutionality of mandatory death sentences and the lack of electronic monitoring of criminals, the Prime Minister, who is also the Minister of National Security, stated that people are not easily deterred from committing murder. In the region, Guyana's Defense Force, GDF Coast Guard ranks, conducted a search and rescue operation on Monday where 7 persons from the vessel Lady Shaniza were rescued. According to GDF, at approximately 11:30 on Monday, Coast Guards responded to a sighted distress signal detected by the control tower, and the response vessel and team were immediately deployed to the location. 6 crew members of the vessel were pulled to safety, and they informed that their vessel encountered extreme bad weather and sank. They also informed of another missing crew member who drifted wearing his life jacket. An aerial search by Roraima Airways was also launched to complement the effort. Hours after, the rating rescued the additional crew member, 57-year-old Christopher Williams, who drifted for more than 19 hours after the ordeal. He was rescued about 4 nautical miles off the mouth of the Pomeroon River and was transported by ambulance to Guyana's Charity Hospital. More on the regional scene, the Board of Directors of African Export-Import Bank, Afreximbank, has approved $1.5 billion US funding to enable member states of the Caribbean community that have confirmed the partnership agreement with the bank to tap into various financial instruments. This board approval follows the accession of 9 CARICOM member countries to the Afreximbank Partnership Agreement, which was launched on September 1st, 2022, at the first Africa-Caribbean Trade and Investment Forum held in Bridgetown, Barbados. Recently confirmed by Barbados and in the process of being ratified by the other 8 signatories, the treaty remains open for accession to the 6 CARICOM members that have yet to sign. The partnership agreement between Afreximbank and the constituent countries of CARICOM consolidates the bank's efforts to promote and develop South to South trade and specifically trade between Africa and the Caribbean in line with its diaspora strategy. Afreximbank defines intra African trade as the flow of goods and services between or among African countries, as well as the flow of goods and services between Africa and Africans in the diaspora. And finally, on the international scene, Hong Kong is dropping almost all its COVID-19 restrictions this week, following a similar move by mainland China. From Thursday, people arriving in the city, a special administrative region of China, will no longer have to do mandatory PCR tests. The vaccine pass system will also be scrapped, but compulsory mask in public places will continue. It is a dramatic move by the city, which once had some of the toughest restrictions in the world. Also being scrapped from Thursday is the rule that limits the number of people allowed to gather outside to 12. This was increased from 4 people in October as part of measures to begin reopening the city. This has been WEFM's 3 p.m. news. I have been your presenter, Jessica Klein. Join us again at 5:30 p.m. for WEFM's evening news, and we thank you for listening.